My name is Amy Timmerman and I'll be your instructor over the next several weeks. I've been involved in the U.S. tag to the ISO 45001 standard since 2013. I'd like to start out giving you a little background on the standard. After 3 failed attempts, the British Standard Institute brought forward the standard for a 4th time in 2013. OSWA 18001 was a starting point for ISO 45001. It's important to note that 50% of the standard's language was complete from day one. ISO is using Annex SL language going forward in all its ISO standards. You currently see it in ISO 14001 2015 version. This is a good thing. Why? 1, we want to harmonize between standards. We want them to work together. 2, it takes a lot of effort to implement standards. It makes no sense to implement a new management system that is different from another management system in your company. Over 80 countries were involved in the standard. Great diversity made it challenging. Why? Where's the bar set? Also, there are cultural differences on how we think about safety. ISO 45001 is based on a consensus process involving stakeholders from around the world. ISO 45001 serves as one global standard, bringing global level consistency to work safety environment while increasing efficiencies and effectiveness. Keep in mind, when you look at the standard, it's not all that it seems. Over the next several weeks, I will stress how to read this standard. You are all educated, seasoned safety professionals. You probably feel I can pick this up, read it, and understand it. Your understanding may not necessarily be the same as the international community. Every single word was deliberately chosen. Every single word not there was deliberately omitted. Let me give you an example. If we look at the word feasible in the U.S., we use feasible in hierarchy of controls and in the ANSI Z10 management system. OSHA uses that language and so does NIOSH. In the OSHA Hearing Conservation Standard, it states use feasible engineering controls. The U.S. could not get this concept passed at the international level. If you look at the Oxford Dictionary, which is the ISO default for terminology, it states something to do easily and conveniently. This was their objection. It allows anyone to bypass hierarchy of controls altogether. If you look at the American Merriam-Webster dictionary, feasible means capable of being done, which is very different. As you think about these terms, if it feels a little funny in the standard, post a question to the discussion board. I'm here to facilitate and provide insight knowledge. With so many countries participating in the development of the ISO 45001, I believe this will be an overwhelming standard in the safety industry, and I'm really excited about it. Many times it's up to us to convince the organization to control risks beyond regulatory requirements, and this can be tough. This standard now becomes market pressure. There are over 1.2 million 9001 registered, over 300,000 ISO 14001 registered, and over 100,000 any other version of an occupational health and safety management system. And this also may become a supplier and customer requirement for your company. Lastly, I'm going to make a broad statement. You will find some ambiguity in this standard. It's intentional. It's intentional to be interpreted a little bit differently, not to be unclear, but to provide some level of flexibility. So let's get started.